Good morning, students. Today we extend our discussion on units and measurements. In part 1, we have discussed about physical quantities. What are physical quantities? The quantities which are measured are called physical quantities. But that measurement will not give us exact value because there is some uncertainty in the measurement. That uncertainty is called error. Error means the uncertainty in the measurement is called error. In some other words, we can explain what is error. Suppose let the length of this marker is 7 centimeters. This value is true value, which is exact value of this marker. Now I measured this length with the help of some scale. I got 6.9 centimeters due to some uncertainty. This value is called measured value. Why? Because I measured this value, that's why this is called measured value. If some other one measured that value, he may get 7.1 centimeters. This is also called measured value. So there is some difference between true value and measured value. That difference is also called error. So the difference between true value and measured value is called error. So error is equal to true value difference measured value. We take only magnitude. There are three types of errors. They are: number 1, systematic errors; number 2, random errors; number 3, least count errors. Now we discuss one by one. Systematic errors. The errors which are unidirectional in nature are called systematic errors. Unidirectional means we get either positive errors or negative errors. If we get positive error, then the measured value is very high than true value. If we get negative error, then the measured value is very small than true value. So these systematic errors are constantly present in the measurement. These are again divided into three types. They are instrumental errors, imperfectional errors, personal errors. Now we discuss about instrumental errors. The errors which are arising due to wrongly calibrated instruments are called instrumental errors. If the instrument is not calibrated properly at the time of manufacture, then instrumental errors will arise. For example, in vernier calipers, the zero of vernier scale is not coinciding with zero of main scale, then we get instrumental errors. In screw gauge, the zero of head scale is not coinciding with index line of the pitch scale, then we get instrumental errors. In ammeter or voltmeter, the pointer is not coinciding with 0, then also we get these instrumental errors. Next, imperfectional errors. The errors which are arising due to wrong experimental techniques or wrong experimental procedure are called imperfectional errors. For example, to measure the temperature of a human body, if we keep the thermometer under the armpit, instead of mouth, we get the temperature lower than the actual temperature. That is imperfection in experimental technique. Another example, if we are doing the experiment with calorimeter, if there is no proper insulation, then heat may loss. Then definitely we get wrong answers. This is also example for imperfection. Next, personal errors. The errors which are arising due to individual bias or improper setting of apparatus or carelessness in taking observations are called personal errors. Suppose while taking the reading, we have to keep our eyes straight. Then we get correct answer. If we keep our eyes towards left or towards right to the measuring instrument, then definitely we get wrong answer. That is personal error. This type of error is called parallax error. These systematic errors can be minimized or eliminated by selecting better instrument, improving experimental techniques, eliminating personal biasing. Then we can minimize or eliminate these systematic errors as far as possible. Now we go to random errors. The errors which are arising due to unpredictable variations in experimental conditions, such as fluctuations in temperature, voltage, and mechanical vibrations of experimental setup, are called random errors. The fluctuations in temperature, it may affect the result, or the fluctuations in voltage, it may affect the result. For example, if we are performing an experiment to verify the Ohm's law, the temperature should be constant. If the temperature is suddenly increased or decreased, we can't verify the Ohm's law. And at the same time, in Ohm's law, we measuring the voltage also. If that voltage is suddenly increased or decreased, then also we can't verify the Ohm's law. That is called random error. Another example is, we are determining the value of small g by using simple pendulum. We set up the simple pendulum under the rotating ceiling fan. The air coming from the ceiling fan restrict the oscillations of simple pendulum. Then we get wrong answers. That is also random error. If some drilling work is going on near the laboratory, then the experimental table where the apparatus are placed is vibrating. Then also we get error. That is also random error. So like that, these are simply called as random errors. Due to these random errors, if a person measuring a quantity twice with the same instrument and the same procedure, he may get two different values because of these random errors. These random errors are minimized by taking several number of observations and taking average of them. Then we can minimize random errors. If we take 4 number of observations, then the result is A1 plus, A2 plus, A3 plus, A4 by 4. This is average of those observations. Then we get correct answer. This is about random error. Next, least count errors. The errors which are arising due to least count of the measuring instrument are called least count errors. Least count means the smallest value that can be measured by using the measuring instrument is called least count. The smallest value that can be measured by using the measuring instrument is called least count. The least count of the meter scale is 0.1 centimeter. The least count of vernier calipers is 0.01 centimeter. The least count of screw gauge is 0.001 centimeter. By using meter scale, we can measure the value up to 1 decimal point. By using vernier calipers, we measure the value up to 2 decimal points. By using screw gauge, we can measure the value up to 3 decimal points. For example, let the length of this cap is 3 centimeters. That is true value. 3 centimeters true value. If we use meter scale to measure that length, due to this least count, we get 2.9 centimeters. Let it be. If we use vernier calipers to measure that length, due to this least count, we get 2.96 centimeters. Let it be. If we use screw gauge, because of this least count, we get 2.968 centimeters. Let it be. Among these three measured values, which is correct value? Definitely we opted this value, because this value has high resolution or high precision. Resolution means, precision means up to how many decimal points the value is calculated is called resolution or precision. The last value has high resolution or high precision. So this is correct value. If least count is small, resolution becomes high, then we get more precise value. Precise value means accurate value, correct value. This is about least count errors. These least count errors can be minimized by using high precision instrument or high resolution instruments. Now we define two terms: accuracy, precision. Accuracy means it represents how close the measured value to the true value. Suppose we are doing the experiment to determine the value of small g. Small g value 9.8 meter per second square. This is true value. When doing experiment, different people got different values. Suppose the person A got 9.7 meter per second square. The person B got 9.75 meter per second square. The person C got 9.758 meter per second square. Let it be. Among these three values, which measured value is very close to the true value? Definitely this value. So it has high accuracy. It has low accuracy. So accuracy means how close the measured value to the true value. Precision means already we have discussed in least count errors. Precision or resolution. Precision means it represents to what resolution the quantity is measured. Resolution means up to how many decimal points the quantity is measured. Up to 1 point or up to 2 points or up to 3 points. The quantity is measured is called precision. So it represents to what resolution the quantity is measured. When compared to this value has more precision because here 3 decimal points are there. Accuracy depends on precision. When precision is increased, accuracy is also increased. That's why accuracy depends on precision. Precision depends on least count of the instrument. If least count of the instrument is small, then precision is increased. So that is differences between accuracy and precision. Thank you.